times you rule by democracy, you rule by authority, you rule by divisive politics. But today, now, in the aspect of Christian leadership, we're here to undiscover that, especially now in the aspect of medicine, which is highly demanding, and in that area, we want to undiscover that to be a motivation to us as even the leaders in the coming days. So, welcome. Today, we are privileged to have one of our doctors, known as Dr.Omondi, who is a leader and has been mentoring some of us in the Christian Medical Fellowship. So without wasting time, I'll be maybe welcome him to maybe introduce himself to the audience, those who don't know.
Thank you. My name is John Maxwell. Born again. Currently, physician, specializing in medicine and
I want to know, especially before we get now into the leadership journey, how do you balance between family life and based on the position there? Maybe there are like too many that needs a lot of meetings every day, coming to home late, especially sometimes like over the weekends when people assume that you should be somewhere with your family just spending time. How do you balance between work and family issues, and also your time just to spend with friends, to reevaluate yourself?
Basically, is knowing what to do, and executing it using the best people so that you don't do a lot of things yourself. Like in practice, the only things I do myself are lectures. Most of the things I delegate. You train people. You train before you work in teams. You set procedure, systems and procedures so that you don't do a lot of things yourself. Things should be able to run whether you're there or not. Just apart that, just a few things you have to do yourself, like patient reviews and lectures. Those ones you have to do yourself, but most of the things you create teams and your role just become to be a team leader and things that will whether you're there. Really, it's all about just efficiency and I would start even if there are 5 students around. Once the time is 5 minutes for the time, start my lectures. So once you just put it on time, then you come to completion. Setting timelines, having a team to assist you, training people, and avoiding to take a one-man show and everything that works.
So, in terms of the free time that you have to delegate, is it like increasing with the experience, or like for example, I'm trying to imagine, for example, us when we now get someone like that, you need money, so you go everywhere looking for money. So they will mean that even the time that you have with family is less. when you now the positions increase, or now when you go to have positions, they get used to the time now you spend with the family now increases.
It depends how you approach life. There are some who say enjoy life early. There are two views. Let me give you the two views, then I can tell you what the view is. There are some who say enjoy life early because you don't know what is coming next. You may not have time. But then there's those who say invest early, then you may enjoy later. So depending on which view you take, then it will determine how you handle how it will determine what happens as you age. Yeah, because if you invest early, the older you become, the less the need to rush after money, and now the more the need now to do things which have impact. But if you have not invested early, then now as you age, you rush more. Yeah, so now it depends on the view somebody takes from early age. And the third thing which will also matter is how content you are. There are people who are not content even with a lot, and there are people who are content with moderate. So all those factors, they gang up and they decide determine how much you run about. But for me, I'm on the second view. The older you get, the less running you should do, and the more impact or mentoring you should do. That is the redefine. So run around in your 20s, 30s, 40s. Then as you approach your 50s, let it be more little impact.
And now with the increasing demand for, especially in medicine, where you get, for example, you spend 6 years maybe CHP, then 1 year internship, then maybe 2 years or 1 year you do for a job, then 2 years you go for masters. How should we, in terms of, for example, planning for like marriage, and you want also to get maybe in your 50s, umepata kama already you have already established, hakuna mtu unafunza shuleni, you are just with your money chilling there. So,
Just with your money.
yeah, yes, you are with your money. The card that you get, maybe you can use for projects, but not for like paying for school fees, like by around 48 up, unaweza kufunza like not like you are 60 years, and then the last one is still in form 2. So how do you balance that? To create that balance, especially in the medical field? Should you marry like after grade, you know, before you go for master? Because I know master is also demanding as well. You have to be in the hospital and such kind of things, and also the capital. You are paying fees here, you are still managing the family. So how should you create that?
The first thing is that this life has no formula. Things just happen, and you take advantage of them, or you sort out the disadvantage which they have created. Life has no formula. For example, in the class I have, there are people who married in their late 30s, some married in their mid 40s, some up to now have not married. So everybody just finds his own balance across as things happen. So you can't really say there's a formula. But the thing is, when a good opportunity arises, you shouldn't let it pass. That is the motto. When a good opportunity arises, you should take advantage of it. But to say that like there's a formula that you can come and say it's good to marry at 25 or 26, I wouldn't say that such a thing really exists. The thing is, life you just live it with faith and hope, and you prepare yourself for the good opportunity. If it arises, even if you are 22, you take advantage of it. Even if it's 50 years. Let me tell you a funny story. When I was in a conference in summer, then this Nigerian, that is not in my days, that was time. is telling me that one person actually is sacrificed to have a supplementary so that the rest proceed.
Then
He remains with this guy. So I don't know how true that story is, but I was in a conference that the story told me. I wish the easy regret was that he never thought that this guy did the briefing and said, what is 4 months if this guy is so good? What is 4 months to teach guy that remain? So like you just wait for first you know what a good opportunity is. Then you prepare yourself. Once it occurs, then things like time, age, and you know, what's more. So I was telling you, listen now, I'm 60, and this is that opportunity to never come again. And this guy, he saw that good opportunity. He calculated the cost of that good opportunity, and he took it, and he beat us all. Yeah, so that's it. Even in education, you can't just say that this is the formula and do masters after one. I know people who jumped in that was an opportunity because they jumped in that ship. So life is just about taking care of the good opportunities. So manage some challenges. So it's a balance. Keep taking good care of the opportunities and managing some disadvantages. So me, that's how I see it. It's not about time, it's not about so much of money. Just not giving the opportunities to go. Yeah.
Yes, audience, as you their life has no problem. Sometimes I've been hearing, especially in the aspect of relationships, mainly when we discuss and you see like maybe the speaker that we invite or the elderly people that we invite, you see somebody can give you advice about relation this side, then this person will say, and then you're like, how is it? Like, kila mtu anakuja na idea yake.
Yes.
Especially the relationship part.
Yes.
Kila mtu akona idea yake. And then you are confused. Until now we were stopped inviting people to speak about it because they end up confusing. But it's just that you say that life has no permanent. What worked for this person might not work for me.
Might not work for you.
So it's not a uniform.
So you just know what a good opportunity for you is. Yeah. Based on your character, based on your training, based on the resources you have, then you know what a good opportunity for you is. And that good opportunity for you may not be a good opportunity for somebody else. So once you know yourself and what is a good opportunity, then you can be able to tap it when it comes. Yeah. You can be able to tap it when it comes. People are wondering, why are you taking that decision? Why are you doing this? But you have already done the calculations. You have already done the costing. You have already done the costing, and so you know this is a good opportunity. You take it.
Quickly, let me go to your career journey in terms of the leadership part.
Yeah.
I'm interested in knowing because developing passion and even in terms of mentoring students. For example, the one you're doing at the Christian Medical College is something that is it demands a lot of passion because you can't just do it because sometimes you use your resources and your time. Where did this passion come from? Was it like you ever been a Christian leader before in the CU? How did it start?
Mine starts from high school, actually. When we got saved in high school, there were very few men in church. That is early 90s. There were very few. I noticed there was a gap. Most of the time we go to church, the women were than the men. So I can't really say we got really proper mentoring during our high school days, just because the men were scarce. Most of the time we wait for high school like weekend challenge and most Sunday school, when we got saved, there was a minimum wage. So I said if I ever go to India University, I'll make my time count a bit so that I don't miss out on the opportunity. It's called missing out on the opportunity when it's there. Yeah.
So how do you, like, were you, have you ever, when you were in the high school and also the university case, were you a leader in there?
Yeah.
Which positions?
In high school, I served as a treasurer in the CEO. I served as a treasurer. Then in medical school, Christian Union, I served as a prayer secretary for 1 year. Yeah.
That was when you were in which year? The
Fourth year.
Fourth year.
Yeah, I served in fourth year. Yeah, fourth year to fifth year. Yeah.
When you approached to be now with the president, was it a decision that maybe you said, give me time to think about it? Or you just grab the thing and say, okay, I'll do it? Or did you say, let me think about it? Because maybe it's maybe your first time. You know, the treasurer part now, you just keeping it. But now this one, you involved like the having a committee and leading things.
That was a very hard thing to do, actually. Along the way, I thought that maybe I shouldn't have taken it. Yeah, because I thought it's just like high school. But being a leader in university is not a joke. Yeah. Because there's traveling involved. There's people calling you at odd hours. There's impromptu meetings. Actually, it almost disrupted me. Then prayer is an ongoing activity. Yeah. So there are morning prayers, there are afternoon prayers, there are people who want prayers in the evening, there are people who want prayer camps, and let me just say it was overwhelming. Yeah. Let me just say it was overwhelming.
And you are doing medicine.
Yeah, and you're doing medicine. At some point, I thought I should drop this thing. I should drop this thing. Yeah. But I really, I was having discussion with the chairman and the chairperson at that point that just push it and then live in a good along the way it was quite fun.
So what was the motivation that kept you going despite all these? Because I understand I've also been a CU leader, and one of the challenges that maybe you experience is that somebody may not really get the heat of being in that position until they get that place.
Yes.
And some people may not understand that we're also students.
Yeah,
like
student.
And you also need to read.
Yeah.
You also need to prepare for exams.
Yes.
But you have to sacrifice out of all this. Sometimes sacrifice even the pocket money that you have to travel, because you can't tell your father, no, I'm a CU leader. With the degree amount you always give me pocket money. You have to really work out with the amount that you have. What of this, that thing that kept you going despite all these challenges that you met, and especially the fact that sometimes you can't even get somebody to appreciate you for the job you are doing, what they think. I think he's underperformed, but they can't really appreciate the need there. So when you get the motive, what are you getting the motivation to continue for that like a whole year without giving the chairman especially that today I would like maybe just go through with this session?
Always try to finish if finishing doesn't have a big cost. That's what I say. For me, if I start something and finishing it doesn't have a big cost, I can finish it. Then even if it's good, sell it or something. Always have the heart of completing what you've started, unless it has a very big cost to it. But if it doesn't have a cost, it doesn't have a big cost. If you're doing a house and it doesn't have a big cost, finish it and sell it. It's just a philosophy. And as I've told you, there are many philosophies. There are some who say, no, if something is not working, stop it immediately and change it. Me, my philosophy is if something doesn't have a big cost to it, just finish it. You're bought land, you've started doing a building, and you feel like, I've changed my motor, I may not even enter that building. But nothing wrong, finish it and sell it. Yeah, finish it and sell it. I don't believe in complete, always living things. It's just a philosophy. I can just say it's just a philosophy. Me, is finish. If I go to a clinic and people have overbooked patients, I don't believe in sending them away. I believe in, okay, it has happened. Can I just finish the queue? It's just a philosophy. Yeah. My motivation is just a philosophy. If you start something, unless it has a very high cost, then abandon it. But if it has no extra cost, just finish it and change it into something. Yeah. When you finish it, you may discover it has another use. Yeah.
One of the saying that I had from one of our counselors is that one of our alumni is that dealing with the Christian, especially now, for example, in the semester line and the meetings you have there, because that people have different, there's diversity, people have different arguments. Like we anataka skizwe, this person one is done this way.
Yeah.
You told us that when you have handled a CU meeting, for example, like you've been at the meetings and budgeting everything, you can easily go to like an NGO or any organization, and you can easily take part because you heard about everything. So what are some of these values that maybe you got in the leadership in the Christian that really shaped you even as a leader outside there? For example, I would say, when I got into leadership, I was really I was very impatient with people. You come and you expect everybody to behave like they're behaving, and then somebody does something like, are you a leader? But you have to extend that grace to them to also maybe cope up to the way you have also be where you preach. So what are some of these things that you gained that you didn't have previously before coming to that leadership position, and you get them during that the Lord taught you about them, and now they have really helped you in now the leadership position that you had until now?
Maybe I can say about credits. And there are many things that you can summarize into credits. Yeah, needed a research. Sadly enough, there are many leaders who rejoice when the majority of people suffer. That's not a good heart. A leader have a good heart, so that even if your competitor succeeds, you feel I should have been number one, but let me just rejoice with my colleague that he has also succeeded. That's what my father taught me even before I became a Christian, that always have a good heart, rejoice with people. So when people lose, even if you've succeeded, also go and cry with them. So have a good heart. Have a good heart, and you will assist. You'll know how to balance between the losers and the winners. Once you have a good heart, the balance will not be difficult. When you go to the winners, you know how to celebrate with them, and 1 hour later you'll be the losers or the bereaved, and actually you can move from a wedding where you made a lot of jokes and people laughed and whatever, and 1 hour later you're in a funeral or in a hospital where somebody's sick, and you're comfortable in both sides just because you have a good heart. And if you have a good heart, you will feel good even when your competitor wins, because it's just like a son of God. God could have chosen you to win over him. So it shouldn't be personal, and that's what I say. It shouldn't be personal. And this one has helped me when I finished medicine. There's this competition. This is my patient. I picked a patient from my clinic. My philosophy is very simple. From the leadership of if a patient wants to your clinic, you treat him even if it's my patient. There's a reason why he came there. Yeah, it's not my patient. My patient is the one who has come to my clinic, has signed that I admit him and whatever. But as long as he's outside there and he comes to your clinic, that's your patient. So just have a good heart, and even when your colleague succeeds, you may not like him, but as long as you have a good heart, you have some bit of celebration. This is the so-called son who succeeded. Next time it could be me or it could be my friend. So, number one, have a good heart. Number two, have a good vision. So, have a good vision. If you have a good heart and a good vision, then now you can have impact. Some people just have a good heart, but no vision. Then they lose the goodwill. I mean, the goodwill doesn't matter. So, have a good heart, have a good vision. Then the third one is have a good methodology. Yeah, have a good methodology. So, for example, if you are rich by making a lot of people poor, then that's not a good methodology. But if you are rich by innovating or doing something good, or by selling a good product, then that's a good methodology.
So have you ever maybe, because how do you manage the tension between the professional expectations and the Christian values? How do you manage that? The expectation of the professional values like that generally applies to maybe even people who are in secular world, and now you are Christian.
Professional values.
Professional expectations.
Like which one now? Unless you give me an example, then that question is quite tough.
Okay.
Because some of the professional expectations are also Christian values. Be courteous, be honest.
Like for example, the one you say that for example in the market, for example, the competition and so on. That competition. For example, the example that you just said about somebody asking that, why are you treating my patient like those things? So in short, how do you explain balance between having these Christian values and now in the ethics of now work? For example, you get people, for example, works in the finance department, and you are a Christian there, and they maybe, they change things in the accounts, and maybe like maybe a base and doing some fishy things there, somebody over budgeting so that they can get some. How do you maybe balance? Have this ever occurred to you that, or may I say, was somebody maybe given you a suggestion to do that now in the job, something that is odd from the Christian values?
The only way you know if your Christianity is working is when the Christian values overcome the world value or the market value, as you say. Then now your Christianity is working. If you are Christian and the other values are also overflowing you, then there's a question. I was once a med school, I was for about 18 months. Christian values should always be above other values, as you're saying. People talk with the storekeeper, they undersupply, but the delivery note is maybe times 2 of what is supplied. Yeah. Then as a Christian, you have to ask. From my experience in this hospital, we use 40 kgs a week. So if you supply 2,000 kgs, they're supposed to last only 50 weeks. So if you say you supplied 2,000 maybe and they have lasted 10 weeks, it's not matching. So I'm not paying that. Yeah, so your Christian values have to be higher than the one demands for you to say you're Christian. And once you know that, then there's no contradiction. Because if you're worked in a hospital, you yourself, you know the patients you've treated. So if people are overbilled, you just go back and tell them you're overbilled by this, and please deduct it. Or if they have underbilled, again you say these are the records. You're underbilled, and these are the records. Yeah. case the worst comes to the worst, let the hospital bill you. Don't be involved in your bill. In case the worst comes to the worst, let the other side be on the other side of that level and bill you rather than you overpay. Yes.
So, in that aspect, with the experience like challenge when you have been maybe clashing with the workplace laws.
Yeah, I've told you I was a medical superintendent of a hospital somewhere. And the biggest challenge was dealing with suppliers. Because as I've told you, you know your hospital very well. You know gas we use 13 kgs every 2 weeks. That is 26 kgs per month. You know those sums. So if somebody tells you we supplied you 2,000 kgs of gas, you just divide and you see how many months they're supposed to last. Yeah. So if it's not matching, then I'll refuse to pay. Then there'll be a lot of noise and phones from everyone. But that's how part of Christian values is called stewardship. Yeah, stewardship. That I'm working for somebody. This is his money. I'm a steward, and God is watching over me. And when the country says I should be rich from that opportunity, God is saying you should be a good steward. Yeah, so you have to balance those two. So in the case of the I think there are a lot of problems with jig at home. Because I know the quantities we use per week. So if somebody will bill, necessarily no, you just correct your invoice and bring it back. And so that will create a friction because now you get calls from the big you have to pay these things.
Yes, it's a really issue of like this, but it's a really heavy one. Now when you, especially with the mentorship part, how do you now mentor or inspire others to embrace Christian values to work? Because the first one is maybe the mentorship that you do.
Yeah, it's teaching.
But now in the workplace,
The best way of mentorship is to do it. So just do it. Don't talk so much. If a clinic starts at 9, you will be there at 9 or be there at 9:15. Yeah. If a round starts at 9, you'll be there at 9. Yeah. Yeah. If it's a teaching round, examine patient and students. Don't just walk around saying, this is pneumonia, this is malaria. You don't examine patients. You don't show student signs. Mentorship is doing, then others see. For me, that's good. In workplace, just do. Yeah. Just do the things that people will see you're doing. Yeah. If you're supposed to report the ward at 9, if it was in a private hospital, you report at 9. But since it's government, you say hakuna mtu anatanifuata. So you have to balance the words and the actions. Yeah, I think somewhere in the Bible also says that there's doing and there's saying faith without actions is dead. So for me, I'm very conscious of that. And just missing clinics I don't think I've missed so many clinics over the 10 years I've been here in Russia. I haven't missed so many clinics. And if I miss, maybe I'm out of town or there's an exam or there's another meeting somewhere. But just missing a clinic to sit in my clinic, I don't think I've done that. Yeah. So you have to actually there's another ENT prof at UON. Me, I used to envy him. You will never miss a class. Sometimes the class will even be at 4 p.m. You'll just show up, teach, and go. You call Professor Machari. I never saw him miss a class as an undergraduate. So for me, that's mentorship.